Dear friends at Salem Lutheran, good that you have joined me here today in our message. Lots of things going on around at Salem. First thing, though, is that Justin Grimm from the St. Paul Area Synod will be preaching this Sunday at Salem. I think you'll enjoy Justin's sermon. He's an expert in redevelopment and such, and that's where his expertise lies in the St. Paul Area Synod. And so please welcome him with open arms. I'm sure that some of you have known him, met him over the years, but please join with him this coming Sunday to finish off that long series on the Bread of Life text from John 6. Though I don't know if that's what he's preaching on, but nonetheless, come and join us on Sunday. We got a few good things going on here at Salem. But one thing about worship is we've started wearing face coverings again. This is to help alleviate some of the additional problems by the Delta variant of the COVID-19 problem and pandemic. And as I mentioned last Sunday, even though we may not have the number of cases and deaths that they have had in the South recently, we still have a lot of issues here in our Twin Cities area. In particular, many of the hospitals, the ERs are filled up, and it's making things very difficult for our healthcare workers. They're under a lot of stress, and I think whatever we can do to help, that's what we are as Christians, those called to sacrifice, even when it's not comfortable to us. So appreciate your wearing those face masks. Our COVID task force met and made some tough decisions, but we support those decisions, and still wish that you will, hope that you will show up on Sundays and join us for the worship of our Lord in these rather unusual times. Speaking of unusual times, we are still trying to pull off the garage sale. Need some donations. Be very helpful at this point. Appreciate all that you've given so far. And if you could help with the garage sale, I know Kay Tellickson, who is heading this up, would appreciate your help. Faith Formation begins this fall, and on the 15th of September, they will be meeting for the first time at Feed My Starving Children. So if you have young people, please sign them up and join in that great event. Back to school, Moreland Elementary. We are collecting all kinds of school supplies, and they're very appreciative of that. You'll see a box out in our narthex area collecting those. The Magomi Water Project, once again, this is a great opportunity to help our partners who could use clean water. We are kind of spoiled in that we can open up our taps, get clean water, whereas in many parts of Tanzania they still carry water in buckets, and Magomi is one of those areas. And I have some students of mine who are coming to study at Luther Seminary, and I hope to get them at Salem, maybe to preach on a Sunday and have some conversation around our partnerships in Tanzania. Art for Water is Janet sells paintings that are available in the narthex as well to support this project. We appreciate that very much. Thank you, Janet. August 29th will begin the day that the garage sale, I'm kind of skipping around here, but that's the beginning of the garage sale day that they will accept furniture. So mark that on your calendars, and appreciate you not bringing that until that day. The endowment fund is still taking applications until the end of the month, so if you're interested in that. Again, all these announcements are on your council or on your website for Salem, and they come over through your email blast as well, so you can access them, or if you just have any questions, give the office a call as well. The MSP, the mission site profile, the ministry site profile for Salem, has been completed by our mission exploration team and sent off to the council to review and take a look at. They put in some very hard work and done some extensive investigation of the West St. Paul community, our church, and the needs surrounding us and how that fits in with the resources and gifts of our congregation at Salem. So be looking forward to that pretty soon. Hopefully we'll be calling our town hall meeting where we invite our congregation for conversation over that. And then once that is completed, then we begin the call committee in the search for a new pastor for Salem Lutheran. So hopefully that'll be coming down the pipe pretty soon. And good to have you with me today. I'll be gone this week, and as I travel off to Michigan to officiate a nephew's wedding, I just think about these times that are rather unusual that we live in. For this is his second wedding, you might call it. He originally scheduled the wedding back in June, and with all the pandemic issues going on at that time, they had to make a call at some point, and that was last April, to say, we just can't take the risk of inviting people to the wedding, so we will get married, but then we'll do it all again in August, and that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it all again for them. So I guess that someday they'll be able to look back on this and have some interesting stories to tell their children. Also, they'll have 2 dates to celebrate their anniversary. Thought that could be kind of interesting. I suppose if one of the spouses forgets one date, they can always fall back and say, hey, I meant for it to be the August anniversary we were celebrating this year. And of course, the 2 weddings, there's a good biblical precedence for that. There's 2 witnesses, as we find, that verify facts. And so 2 is a symbolic number in the Bible as well. So we're going to have some fun with that at the wedding. And I will be back with you in another week and look forward to returning. So be still and know that our Lord is our God. And I wish for you a good and pleasant week.